Coach Jack Daniels at the Boxers Trainers Channel. And welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Look, before we get to cracking that whip when it comes to this boxing, I want to share a little something with you. I always mention Bill Haney, right? And I've also mentioned the fact that um, I was going to have him on a program, but I never have did that as of yet. So I was talking to him yesterday, and he mentioned it. Actually, he mentioned it about him coming on the show, and you know what I mean, elevating my podcast. Based on the strength that Bill is one of those brothers, right, that really wants to see his people excel. Not just me, not just him, his people. You know what I mean? His mother was a byproduct of Bill's thought process in the sense that she was a actually registered. I say registered when what I mean by that is she was an authentic Black Panther back in the '60s, right? When Huey Newton was compelling the people to raise up against police brutality and the things that have continuously held us back, right? Education, housing, all those things that to date we have still not ascertained full footage in those doors, right? So, like, Bill, in turn, had a relationship with that area of his mother's representation of the people, right? Which was, again, she was the Black Panther. So Bill's mindset is relative when it comes to how he feels about the things that hinder us from compelling moving forward, right? So I had a conversation with him yesterday, right? And let me say this, right? Bill and I, like, I think we love each other. I know I love Bill, right? I actually love Bill, right? I perceive him as my younger brother, right? I thought I was more of a father figure. But yesterday he told me I was his crazy older brother, right? And laughed. It was good. It was all good because I kind of like need to hear Bill speak on that. You know what I mean? So here's the deal, right? Now, my thing primarily with Bill is that he doesn't know this. I don't think I what I'm saying, get in situations with him where I challenge him, right? And I think that that's good for the spirit, right? For the soul to really look and find, what I'm saying, the actuality in self, right? We all need nudging. We all need push because we've been held back so long and things have been put before us, right? That was totally untrue, right? And we embrace those things, right? But my thing is to um, spew the truth, the reality of the way things really are, as I perceive them, right? So I often challenge Bill Hamilton. Again, I don't think he knows it's a challenge, but Bill is a challenge, right? For you to be the best representative of your people that you could be. Nothing more, nothing less. So I said to say this. Probably one day next week, I am going to hook it up where I can have Bill on, right? And I think that Bill needs to come on my show to help me compel my interests in the people, right? Once I get monetized and move forward, I guarantee you that the Boxers Trainers channel is going to be an instrument of good for the people. Not being said, let's get this a boxing. Look, tomorrow night, Las Vegas, right? We got a great fight. Great fight. It doesn't, in my opinion, muster up to the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevens. It's not a mammoth fight, but it's a great fight. Two competitive boxers, right, are finally getting a day in the ring. tomorrow night, again in Las Vegas, right? Raymond Muratalla versus Andy Cruz, right? Now. There's been a lot said about these boxers, right? Especially, no, let me say it's been a lot said by these boxers, especially Raymond Muratalla, right? Raymond Muratalla says that the Andy Cruz, is nowhere near on his level. You know what I mean? It's just like he's not there. That's what he's basically saying. You know what I mean? And that's a good spirit. You know what I mean? That's a good way, right, to get in the ring with an opponent, especially a former world class in his amateur career, world class Olympic gold medalist. And I'm not sure, but I think Andy Cruz may have been 2 times gold medalist. Don't hold me to that, but I'm almost sure that Andy Cruz was that good in his amateur career in the Olympics specifically, right? Ask Keyshawn Davis. Ask Keyshawn Davis, right? Now, Keyshawn Davis is not going to have a conversation about that because Keyshawn Davis is psychologically still struggling over that defeat between he and Andy Cruz, right? He is still suffering some type of mental, psychological impact by his loss to Keyshawn, to Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz said that's his son. Which to Keyshawn Davis, that's the insult, right? But anyway, to make a long story short, right? Andy Cruz is one hell of a challenge for Raymond Muratalla, right? I just cannot believe that Andy Cruz has came this far to lay down. He is not that man. Andy Cruz is a Cuban, right? And those cats are specifically trained, especially to defend the integrity of Cuba, right? Especially when it comes to boxing. You know what I mean? So they train these cats that beat the United States, right? Contrary to the fact that this is a professional event and not a event where you're not getting paid for it. It's like an amateur event. But the fact of the matter is the Cubans are trained to whoop the United States, but that's it. That's all, right? So for this fight not to have a lot of promotion, and to me, they did a bad job on the promotion as far as Raymond Muratalla and Andy Cruz, right? It didn't muster up to what I expected of this particular fight, because this fight to me represents the best fight in the best. Raymond Muratalla is 30 years of age. He's 5'8" with a 72-inch arm reach. He's a right-hander. 23 wins, 17 by knockouts. No losses, no draws, never been stopped, right? He's ranked number 4 by Ring Magazine. Wow. He's ranked number 3 by Ring Magazine. And hey, look, when you get to talking about Ring Magazine, the best boxing magazine in the world and has been forever, right? And for Raymond Muratalla to be ranked number 3, that's making a statement, man. I mean, now, I'm not taking nothing away from anything that I said about him fighting Andy Cruz, right? But the fact of the matter is, I have to be even-handedly when I distribute my insight on boxing, right? I have to be even-handed. I can't be one-sided. You know what I'm saying? If I did, I would be no better than New Media. New Media be coming with it with some garbage a lot, man. Y'all didn't know that? Now you do. Andy Cruz. He's 30 years of age. He's 5'6" with a 66.1-inch arm reach. He's a right hand also. Now, here's the deal. As far as Andy Cruz's experience is concerned, I got a problem with that. He only has 6 fights, 3 knockouts, no losses, never been stopped, no draws, right? He only has 3 professional fights, right? So he is really going to have to work out and do his training to a extensive degree in order to get in there and do it out with Raymond Muratalla with any success, right? Not saying that those 6 fights is going to be the stagnating point for him not to get in there and deal with Raymond Muratalla. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I'm speaking of experience, right? Raymond Muratalla had 23 fights. Andy Cruz only has 6, right? And that makes a difference. Let's be perfectly clear about that. You know what I mean? So, as far as I'm concerned, I think it's a 50-50 fight. I don't want to go either way because of the experience that Ray Muay has over Andy Cruz. I don't want to just count Andy Cruz out, but actually speaking, I really think that Andy Cruz is a bad boxer, man. And let me be perfectly clear about this. I got Andy Cruz, really, right? I'm doing this 50-50 thing because Ray Muay is an excellent boxer. Can't take that away from him. Contrary to the fact that he may be a little large-headed when it comes to his ego, right? And the thing that he said about Andy Cruz, right? The fact of the matter is he's still a superb boxer. You know what I mean? Off the front foot and the back foot. Raymond Muratalla can box, right? Andy Cruz can box, right? Andy Cruz has a beautiful agility. He can move front and back, pivot. I mean, I will say that the Raymond Muratalla has those same qualities, but I think that because of Andy Cruz's background, right, that dog that encompasses his ability coming out of Cuba, right, is going to give him that edge. You know what I mean? Actually, this is one of those fights that I actually can't wait to see. I really want to see this fight, man, because we're getting these fights now, right, that make you love boxing, right? And let's give a shout out to Turkey Al Sheik because Turkey Al Sheik is the primary source of why we get these type of fights, right? Because these promoters, right? They've been like playing games with one another, right? To prevent moves being made based on the fact that the pay involved, the pay scale involved, right? But when you're dealing with Turkey Al Sheik, that isn't a problem. You know what I mean? Turkey Al Sheik comes up with the purse. Turkey Al Sheik comes up with the money, the bag, as they say, right? So tomorrow night, let's look forward to a good fight. That being said, look, man, I just want to tell you guys, it don't cost nothing to hit that subscription button. I need y'all to support the channel, right? Just don't sit up on your hands and act like it's gonna hurt you to hit the subscription or the like button, right? If you encourage your people, your friends to grow and develop, want for me what you want for your friends, because I feel the same way, right? If I can help you, I'm gonna help you. Help me like I would help you. That being said, I'm gone, y'all.